I had an absolute disaster last weekend, and as a result I didn't post up a video this week, and I really missed it. Since starting my YouTube channel about 6 or 7 months ago, it's become a huge part of my life. And the bit that I missed most was the interaction with you guys that watch and comment on my videos. And so this week I want to talk a little bit around the community that's built up around landscape photography on YouTube. This morning I've come to a small hill at the northern end of the Thirlmere reservoir, and my plan had been to take a shot looking south along the reservoir back towards the village of Grasmere. But unfortunately it's quite windy up here this morning and there's lots of moisture in the atmosphere, and that's just leaving lots of water droplets on the front of my camera. So instead what I'm going to do is turn my camera around 180 degrees and take a shot of these trees that you can see behind me.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife.
Thirlmere's been in the news quite a lot this week because of the proposal to put a zip wire from one side of the reservoir across to the other. And I've got a couple of thoughts on that. My first thought is this, that Thirlmere is a reservoir and therefore it's not a natural feature. And so I suppose that if you're going to put a zip wire anywhere, it's better to do it here than perhaps across something like Waswater, which is a natural feature. But my second thought is this, the main reason why they want to do it is to try and encourage a bit more tourism to the area. And anyone that's ever tried to drive from Keswick down to Kendal along the A591, which runs past Thirlmere, particularly in the summer months when the school holidays are on, will know that a lack of tourism really isn't something that we struggle with around here.
And I can feel the sun on my skin.
Because today's video is all about the community that's built up around landscape photography on YouTube, I'm now going to head down to the beach at the northern end of Thirlmere to meet up with one of my best YouTube buddies.
Beginning to thought from within. Today and not tomorrow.
Right, I'd like to introduce you to one of my best mates on YouTube. This is James Burns, and he's a fellow YouTube photographer who does an awful lot of landscape photography here in the Lake District. So James, tell us a bit about your channel, mate.
First of all, hello there, Chris.
Hi, mate.
Welcome.
Good, nice to meet you.
Okay, so yeah, my channel's focused around landscape photography, combined with another passion in my life, which is hiking in the Lake District. You'll find most of my videos are within that area, the Lake District, but I like to mix it up as well. At least that's my intention going forward. I'm going to do a bit of Yorkshire Dales, and I just like to include a bit of comedy as well. I don't take life generally seriously anyway, so I think it's just good to mix up. What do you think, Chris?
Absolutely. So I've been watching James's videos since he started back in June 2017. Yeah. So I'll put a link up to James's channel in the description, and we'll stick an end card on there as well. And I do recommend that if you haven't seen any of James's videos, that you check it out, because it's a great balance of landscape photography, hiking, and as he says, a bit of comedy thrown in there for good measure as well.
Which is important.
It is. Right, James, so that everybody can get a feel for what your channel's all about and what you're all about as a photographer, I've devised a set of 10 questions that we're going to run through now so that people can get a feel for you as a photographer.
Okay.
So,
good.
10 questions as quickly as we can, one word answers. Are you ready?
Go.
Go. Landscape or seascape?
Landscape.
Colour or black and white?
Oh! Black and white.
Spring or autumn?
Autumn.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Light or composition? Whoa.
Whoa, wow. Composition.
Canon or Nikon?
Canon. I'm a Canon.
Yay! Correct answer.
Okay.
Wide angle or telephoto?
Telephoto.
ND grad or HDR?
ND grad. HDR.
Educate or inspire?
Inspire.
Planned or spontaneous?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous. So right, James, so this video that I'm doing is all about community. So I wanted to ask you, what does the community that exists around landscape photography on YouTube mean to you?
Well, it means a lot, Chris. It's probably the most important thing on YouTube currently, rather than the sub count at the moment. There's nothing better than going out your way, doing the vlog, spending hours and hours producing vlogs, but then to get some motivational comments. I've gathered what? Well, I won't say 100, but lots and lots of friends. Let's call them e-friends, because you're the first person I have actually met physically. But it's just fantastic, and it just gives the impression that you're doing something which people like as well. I just love it. It's like a second lease of life, to be honest, though, Chris. Yeah.
So I said to you earlier, I think since I've started vlogging, I've probably made more friends, and they are friends. I mean, these are people that I interact with on a weekly basis, and who I care about, and I care about their successes and their failures. I've probably made more friends in the last 6 months than I did at any point since kind of the first year at university.
Yeah, yeah.
We're quite friendly with a lot of the same sort of guys, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we both had a very nice shout out early on in our channel by Dave Hirst. Good lad, Dave. Like Dave a lot.
Very good lad, Dave. Big shout to Dave.
And a kind of relative newcomer, I suppose. So us old 6th month veterans.
Yes, indeed.
John Haswell.
John Haswell, absolutely. Big shout out for him.
John. Personally, I like John because he kind of thinks a little bit differently. And John was the guy that set up the Facebook group that we're both on.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, yeah.
And he's done some good stuff.
Yeah. And he's brought in a lot of newcomers as well. I remember John approaching me when he had the ideas. Says, "What do you think about this?" It was focusing on vloggers who had less than 100 subscribers. Thought, yeah, fantastic idea. And really, it's to get your name out there. But yeah, brilliant idea.
It certainly helped me out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in fact, it was you that told me about the group.
It was indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, I shared it. I'm due to meet John actually next week.
Cool.
Hopefully going for a trip down the Peak District, so looking forward to that as well.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I think we've basically got a lot of friends, and no doubt this will lead to meeting other vloggers as well. I mean, you told me about earlier, you've got intentions to meet Tom Peters, PhotoNinja.
Do you think he's a real ninja?
I think he does. Have you seen his move? I'm not sure about that beard. I can see an accident coming and tripping over that beard.
Oh, I think personally it's the best beard on YouTube.
Perhaps so, Grizzly Adams. But yeah, I'm sure you're looking forward to meeting him.
Yep.
Absolutely. And throughout the year, 2018, no doubt I'll expand my community and meet new people as we go along. Likewise, Chris.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right, mate, I think that's enough chat.
I think it is.
Let's go and take some photos.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a race.
We've both taken a couple of shots there. James took a telephoto shot of the trees in the distance, I think. and I went for a much wider angle shot. Because it's a bit grey and overcast today, we've both gone for some long exposures to smooth out that water. And now we're going to do a selfie together.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day.
So that's a selfie in the bag, and I just want to get one more shot that will be the thumbnail for this video. Now, James has got a bit of a reputation for wearing silly hats, and in his honour I bought my own one along.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to live.
So that's about it from me and James this week. Next week I'm down in the West Country with fellow YouTube photographer Julian Baird.
And I'm off down to the Peak District with John Haswell. Really looking forward to that, Chris.
Good stuff. So keep an eye out for those videos and we'll see you soon.
Bye bye for now.
It's a good day today. It's a good day to live.
Nearly done, Chris.
Nearly. Can you see it right? Don't take my glasses. No. The professor look. We'll put this in. We'll put this
Yeah, we will. Recording now.
We are recording now, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Oh! Right, come on, Chris. Be
Come on, let's go. Let's
professional.
go for it. We'll be professional. The BBC doesn't have to put up with this, James.
No. And why should they?
No, exactly.
Ready?
I'm ready. So that's about it from me and James for this week. Next week I'm down in the southwest with fellow YouTube photographer James Burns. No, I've done it again.
Cut! You never like this in rehearsals, Chris.
No, it wasn't.
Amateurs.